So now let's chat to a Cambridgeshire fish and chip owner who got in touch with us about this because he feels pretty passionately about this issue. Mark Petrou is from Petrou Brothers Fish and Chips. He has 2 shops in the county. One of them is award-winning as well. Mark, it sounds a bit tongue-in-cheek, doesn't it? But you really feel strongly about this.
I really do, yes. I mean, the person that's going to suffer the most from this pasty tax is the man on the street. It's the British public. It's not the big supermarkets. It's not the large bakery chains like Greggs. By law, these people are being asked to collect VAT, 20%, from the buying public and add it to the cost of their sausage rolls and their pasties. Well, as a fish and chip shop owner, I've been having to do this myself for the last 25 years, as long as I've been in business. Fish and chip shops have had to charge VAT on our pies, on our sausage rolls, on our pasties, and on our chips and fish. And I'm a little bit frustrated that these people are arguing that it's going to cause job cuts. It's not that at all. It's not going to cost them anything. It's going to affect the man on the street, and that's who I feel very sorry for. What I would have liked to have seen was the removal of VAT on our hot food, so that it was a level playing field.
So balancing it out for both sets of the sector, basically.
Absolutely. Fish and chips has always been affordable food for the masses, but when you consider that a pie or a pasty at £1.20 from a supermarket, we have to charge £1.60 for exactly the same product. And that's why fish and chip shops have probably been getting a rough deal over the years as being seen as expensive. We collect that money, and quarterly we have to pay it to the revenue. And it's not our money. It's not going to affect me. And it's not going to affect Greggs if they have to start charging VAT. It's going to affect the man on the street, and that's the person that I'm standing up for today. Yeah,
just in real terms, I mean, I like fish and chips, big fan of fish and chips. But so, how much cheaper would it be for me to eat them if I wasn't paying tax?
Well, a portion of chips, a standard portion from my shop is £1.60. But if I didn't have to collect VAT or add VAT to the cost of it, I could sell that portion of chips to you for £1.20. Now, that's going back to the good old days of fish and chips. A fish and chip supper is typically £5 or less, but that would be £4 or less without VAT on it.
So you'd say, right, okay, it's not about taxing the pasties and the pies, it's about taking tax from us, the fish and chip shop owners, or getting rid of that tax from us, the fish and chip shop owners.
Absolutely. I understand the country's on its knees. I understand that there's an imbalance in what's going on here, and that the government is trying to try and create a level playing field by adding the tax onto supermarkets and bakers. But really, the supermarkets and the bakers shouldn't be crying about it, because it's not going to affect their revenue at all. It's going to be the member of the public that's going to have to pay, and what it's going to do is going to make fish and chip shops look cheap again, because we've been adding it for years and years and years. And I think they're more worried about losing their market share than they are about what it's going to cost them. But they're selling it to you wrong.
Mark, just finally, on a slightly separate issue, but I suppose it is kind of intertwined, on the recession, how's that hit your business, or has it gone the other way for you? Is it the fact that people see fish and chips as a good, convenient, cheapish meal? Has it helped you?
Well, I'm very grateful for every customer I've got, but what I will say is that in tough times like this, people turn back to fish and chips. If you go back to the Second World War, it was always there as a source of comfort and nourishment, and it was affordable for everyone. And staying in has become the new going out as a way of saving, and fish and chips has always been there as this low-fat, nutritionally balanced, reliable meal that you can get for under a £5. So, we're doing okay. We're not breaking any records, but we're certainly grateful for every customer, and we're trying to deliver as good a meal as we can at a price that everyone can still afford.
Mark, good to talk to you.
Thank you.
That's Mark Petrou from Petrou Brothers Fish and Chips, 2 shops in the county of Cambridgeshire.